Match one of the Indian Premier League between defending champions Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers Bangalore. The toss has happened. Of course, RCB has won the toss, but we'll give you more details. RCB have won the toss and have opted to bowl first. We'll give you more details of the team changes, who are making the debuts for RCB and Mumbai Indians. But before we do that, here's a quick look at why you should download the Fan Fight app and start making your own teams. Here's a quick look before I go into the details.
It's match day. Play fantasy cricket now. Get up to 2.5 crores daily and lots more. 20 times more. Win big on Fan Fight. This game involves an element of financial risk and may be addictive. Please play responsibly and at your own risk.
Right, then the first match of the Indian Premier League 2021, the 14th edition of this Razmatas T20 League, right? So then the toss, RCB have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first. In fact, Virat Kohli was in good humor too. He said this break has done him a lot of good, right? That he's come back fresh and his luck with tosses has changed, and he had no problem in deciding to bowl first. And what was the pitch report like? The pitch report said that this pitch is very different from the that second test match played here between India and England not too long back. But at the pitch report, Lakshman Sabaramakrishnan also said that once the spinners come into play, there will be some deviation. And then, what are the team changes? Who are making their debuts for RCB? Virat Kohli said that, of course, Glenn Maxwell, the big hitting Aussie batsman, he's making his debut for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. There's Kylie Jamieson and Rajat Patidar. Unfortunately, Devdutt Padikkal wasn't available for this first game because the health experts in the team reckoned he needed to rest for one game and he would be available for the second game. Remember, Devdutt Padikkal had tested positive for COVID-19, then he recovered, and of course they want to give him some rest before he starts playing in this tournament again for RCB. Mumbai Indians Quinton de Kock is still in quarantine. He's not going to play tonight. So Chris Lynn gets his debut, and that 6 feet 8 uh, uh, pacer from South Africa, Marco Jensen, also will make his debut for Mumbai Indians. It's a fascinating contest, right? Defending champions Mumbai Indians, five-time champions. They won two successive tournaments. Can they win a hat trick of IPL titles and make history? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Just the first match, isn't it? You'll get all these updates on sports today, lots of analysis. But we quickly take you through the team then. Mumbai Indians have Rohit Sharma, the captain Chris Lynn, Surya Kumar Yadav, Ishan Kishan, the wicketkeeper Hardik Pandya, Kiran Pollard, uh, Krunal Pandya, Marco Jensen, Jayant Yadav, Trent Bolt, and Jasprit Bumrah. Remember, he is making a comeback of sorts as well. He uh, had made himself unavailable from from since that last Test match against England, and he got married. So his Jasprit Bumrah's return is something a lot of Indian cricket fans will look forward to with a lot of with keenness as well, because this is a T20 World Cup here being played in India. Jasprit Bumrah, the superstar pacer for India and Mumbai Indians. How does he come along and how does he bowl? He's been just phenomenal for Indian international cricket and for Mumbai Indians in the Indian Premier League. But will Mumbai Indians end their jinx of not winning tournament openers, their first games of the tournament? That remains to be seen. Royal Challengers Bangalore, we've all spoken often enough about RCB and their talent and their depth, but can they win a tournament as well? The last time the IPL started on the 9th of April was back in 2016, and we all know what happened. Virat Kohli had a phenomenal season. SRH went on to win that tournament. Of course, RCB were in the final. But this is obviously more than luck. This is more than coincidence. This is a lot about skill set, and you'll get to see all these skill set coming into play over the course of the next several weeks, nearly 2 months, and you get all those analysis and updates on sports today. And for as far as RCB is concerned, it looks like a terrific lineup, doesn't it? You have the likes of Virat Kohli, Glenn Maxwell, AB de Villiers on the side, Daniel Christian, of course. He gets to play in RCB for the same franchisee after 8 years, and then you have young Rajat Patidar. We saw some footage of their training in the RCB camp, and Patidar just looks such a solid, compact batsman, and he will be someone we look forward to as well in this tournament, in this game. And Devdutt Padikkal, of course, he had a good tournament for RCB in the UAE, and then he just came and scored runs in the Vijay Hazare Trophy. So that is another talent we like to see again. Do well for RCB, and who knows, create more options uh, for Indian backup players. It's just a phenomenal bunch of talent coming through over the last year and a half, 2 years, to see young batsmen coming up, young pacers coming up, and there is no lack of depth in Indian cricket, and that also shows through in the Indian Premier League. Just to tell you again, RCB have won the toss and decided to field first in the tournament opener of the 2021 Indian Premier League. This is a power packed lineup because Mumbai Indians, five-time champions RCB, despite all the talent, they have never won the IPL. Can this year be different? Can RCB rewrite history? And before I go, I'll quickly take you through the RCB 11. Again, like I said, it's a pretty power packed lineup. You have Virat Kohli, captain, of course, Rajat Patidar, AB de Villiers, who will keep wickets for the Royal Challengers Bangalore, Glenn Maxwell, Daniel Christian, Washington Sundar, Kylie Jamieson, Shabazz Ahmed, Harshal Patel, Mohammad Siraj, and of course, Yuzvendra Chahal. He's been another spectacular performer for the Royal Challengers. Mohammad Siraj and Washington Sundar, they'll take a lot of confidence from what they did in Australia a few months back on the maiden test tour, on the maiden test series. They've just have been among those heroes for Indian cricket in what has been a spectacular international season, the tour of Australia and then the series against England at home. So they'll all be prepped up. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, they opened together, these two legends, in that final game between India and England in Ahmedabad, the final T20, and they got off to a pretty explosive start. Today, these guys will be up against each other in the opening match of the 14th edition of the IPL. So that's that. You've heard the pitch report here. You've heard the toss update. You've heard who are making their debuts for RCB and for Mumbai Indians. Let me just recap that once again for you. This Glenn Maxwell is making his debut for the Royal Challengers Bangalore versus Kylie Jamieson and Rajat Patidar. Daniel Christian playing for RCB after 8 years, while Mumbai Indians have handed debuts to Chris Lynn, the fierce Australian opener, because Quinton de Kock is still in quarantine, and Mark Wood Jensen, the big South African fast bowler. So there's plenty more. There's plenty more, of course, on Sports Today. As soon as the game gets over tonight at 11:30, we'll join you with our experts again to review the game. And who wins? May the better team win. I'm backing Mumbai Indians because of their all-round capabilities and their strength. And look at the fact that Chris Lynn making his debut for MI because Quinton de Kock is unavailable. But of course, RCB also have a very, very, very powerful lineup, and that is a very strong lineup. Remains to be seen. Remains to be seen how these guys do. Let's hope for a great game of cricket. Let's hope for a great start to the Indian Premier League, and we'll be back with you at 11:30 p.m. on Sports Today. Please subscribe to the channel, and please do not forget to download the Fan Fight app. Start making your own teams and playing fantasy cricket. Thank you. Have a good evening and enjoy the game.